That's 27 for Kiki. Dennis Johnson pressured by Terry Porter.
Well, they get Johnson back in the ball game. He's a bigger guy, so if they get back in that shot clock situation, he can at least jump over some folks. Walton against Kiki.
Two former Bruins. Looks good. 99-94. Porter. Kiki.
Nice drive.
Yes, sir. 99-96. Sam Bowie will be coming back next whistle. Pressure by Porter on Johnson.
They leave the middle open.
They call a foul on Terry Porter.
Wrap around.
Sam comes back in.
See Porter trying to reach for the ball right there, and that's always going to get called.
What they didn't see was a little elbow DJ threw on his way around. Walton against Michael Thompson.
Again, this is the guy you want to make beat you. He's trying to come across the middle. That's a tough shot. An
All offense
foul
on Bill Walton. He says, come on, not me.
Now watch Thompson with the body on him all of the way. Walton will come off, and watch that arm come out. Just a little bit of contact and enough of a push with that left hand.
Fans want Calder to put a three-pointer up. He's got two of them tonight. Clyde's out there. Goes by Dennis Johnson, runs into traffic, and he gets the whistle.
Walton.
So it'll be Clyde Drexler going to the line for a couple.
Again, the free throw line is really a place where the Trailblazers can make a living. Drexler gets his first ball. Walton out of the ball game. Scott Wedman back in. Walton has 5 personal fouls.
Make it a one-point game, Clyde. 16 for Drexler. You see the score? We've got just over 5.5 to go, fourth quarter. In what has maybe been the best overall basketball game we've seen here this year. That's subjective, but it's been a great one. Johnson, rebound Drexler. Blazers can go back up on top. There goes Clyde. Doesn't get the foul. Loose ball foul is called the other way on Sam Bowie.
You watch Drexler now. He's really going, and he thinks he's got a chance to maybe get some contact right here. That one comes off the window way too hard and comes right back to Danny Ainge. Pick up the 5th personal against Sam Bowie.
Good job by Wedman on that sequence, staying out of the foul. Coming down to 5 minutes to play.
Now, if you're Dennis Johnson, you want Michael Thompson in this situation. Thompson does a good job of controlling. Almost a turnover. Bird misses, but gets his own shot.
101-98. 22nd timeout is called by Jack Ramsey. What's he going to tell him? Made that throw like he used to make him when he was an infielder in the Toronto Blue Jays organization, which is one of the reasons he opted for basketball. Much higher rated prospect as a basketball player than he was as a baseball player. Drexler on the give to Van de Wey, does get the whistle.
Now Scott Wedman beat, and they make an excellent backdoor play. Kiki catches the ball. Wedman thinks he's going to go up right away. Gets off his feet, contact. Van de Wey will go to the line.
It's a three-point game. Kiki can bring it to 2. We'll see his totals tonight. Nice sound, nothing but net. Free throw shooter in the league. 101-100. Hand's going to be in this one the last 4.5. You can count on that. That's Ainge. Pressure, defense by the Blazers. Drexler against Johnson. Trying to deny Bird the ball. Kersey on it. The parachute goes. Yes. Way short. Blazers. Coulter. One-on-one with Bird. Pass for Clyde. Oh, it doesn't go. Oh, my. Ainge to Bird and back. Over to Johnson. three, 100. 20 for DJ. Need a hoop here, guys.
Well, they've made a couple of good transition tries that just haven't fallen. They give Kersey the outside shot. It screams out. Dennis Johnson looked at Casey Jones and said, Casey, I was going to run that time. You need a half-court play.
Got to deny the Celtics a hoop here. They can go up by 5. There's Larry Bird. Sam, super rebound.
They want to spread the court now. That usually means that they're going to try to find Clyde Drexler and let him create a play.
There he is. Kiki inside. Pass from Clyde. Kiki's fouled on the way up.
Nice pass, a quick cut across the middle, and again, the ability of Vandeweghe to handle the ball in traffic is really what makes him such a tough scorer. Hangs, gets the contact, and he'll go to the line.
And there's the timeout. The Celtics call it with the score. Boston 103, Portland 100. I want you to stay tuned after the game for our post-game show. Steve will go through some of the game highlights, and then we'll be to center court. And Bill Schonley will have one of the stars of tonight's game in a conversation, then wrap it up with statistics. So don't go away for our Blazer Cable halftime post-game show. Kiki Vandeweghe is going to shoot free throws. Hopefully bring the Blazers to just a point behind. Kiki with 31 in the game. He didn't play the first Boston game. Down with that leg injury. So it's a two-point game, 103, 101. 32 points for Vandeweghe. Drexler picks up Johnson defensively. Pass for Bird.
Now you got to play Bird real tight here and force him to give the ball up. He's not going to blow by you. He throws it long, and they get a good bounce. And Portland gets a strong rebound from Jerome Kersey.
Indicative of the way he's played. There's Vandeweghe from Coulter. Kiki wants to take it. He loses possession. No whistle. Coulter! High ball game. Fouls on Clyde Drexler.
Al, again, when you talk about cheap calls, that would go in the category of cheap. He had a hold of Dennis Johnson. The Celtics now want to talk about it with a ball game tied at 103.
Ready in the have the advantage penalty situation. Dennis Johnson with the ball. Clyde. Larry Bird. Good defense.
Well, they all go up for the board that time. Parrish and either Sam Bowie or Steve Coulter, they're both going for the ball. They knock it out of bounds. They give it back to Boston. But excellent defense the last time, particularly against Bird, who tried to come over the top. Dennis Johnson. And he gets a whistle.
And the foul's on Clyde again, number 3. Now that puts the Celtics in the penalty for the last minute 50.
You'll see Johnson right there. He decides he's going to go on his own from deep on the perimeter. Right then, Clyde had him under control and came into him.
We saw that not called the other night in the three-point try. Different officials, different attitude toward things like that. So Boston up again. As it's 105-103. Clyde, drive, score it, put him on the line.
Portland now really putting some pressure on the interior defense by going to the basket. Drexler with a good advantage after getting a screen goes to the baseline, clear advantage right there. You'll see all of the Celtics trying to come over. Drexler does not get the three-point play.
We're tied at 105. That was the fourth personal on Parrish.
Now this is where Jerome Kersey just has to stay on the ground. They lob over to Ames. They've got him out on the perimeter. Good drive by Dennis Johnson.
And a good bounce, 107, 105. There's Clyde. Hickey battling to find some open space underneath. There he's got it, trying to take Webber to the hoop. Oh, yes. Great rebound by Drexler. And the loose ball foul goes against the Celtics, Danny Ainge.
After getting Kiki Vandeweghe to take a real tough off-balance jumper, and Kiki's trying to get himself squared and doesn't, you'll see there the Celtics, and nobody comes to the ball as Parrish is tied up with Sam Bowie. And there's Clyde Drexler chasing it, and he'll come back to the line with a chance to tie. Clyde is the type of player that relishes pressure and generally responds. Gets both of the free throws.
Well, Bill Oates, I believe, is going to call he's calling a lane violation. What's the call, folks?
Nothing. The Celtics were thinking about taking a timeout. They'd wave it off. The ball game is tied. They may think they may have to use it later. Ball game tied at 1:07 and a minute left in the game.
You see the clock, upper right-hand corner of your Blazer cable screen.
The most dangerous guy other than Bird in these situations is the guy handling the ball. They come inside to Bird.
Oh, yes, Kersey, wouldn't you know? What a night he's had. Clyde, Hickey, Blazers by 2. Let's enjoy the fans enjoying the game.
Well, Jerome Kersey knocks it out, chases it, stays after it, and then takes the ball and pushes it the other way. Now all the Celtics are gone, and that's really what makes the play is the Celtics are slow getting back. Portland pushes it, excellent ball movement. They find Kiki on the wing. He lays it in. You get yourself a good shot up and it hits the rim, the other team's going to have a tough time getting back the other way. So what you want to make sure that you get yourself a good opportunity with 6 seconds left. The important thing is the inbound.
That's Bowie against Parrish for Kiki. Puts it up. Oh, no. Time expires. We're tied. We'll play overtime. So the regulation ends.
Watch right here now. The toughest part of this play is who's going to handle the ball, and it's Sam Bowie ending up with it now. He's trying to get it over to Kiki Vandeweghe. Tough pass right there. He'll come up. The coaches want some contact. Kiki just misses the window on that in the right spot. It bounces out. Third kill hustles back, and we'll go into 0-2.
4:20.
Somebody plays the ball now. Let's go. Don't lose it now.
Robert Parrish against Sam.
Tough shot by Parrish.
Rebound, Steve Coulter. Sam wants the ball underneath. Coulter couldn't see him. Kiki for Bowie.
Good pass, pump fake by Sam Bowie to get Parrish off of his feet. Got that one to go off the glass. That was a tough drive.
Just the second hoop of the game for Sam, but a big one indeed. Dennis Johnson, the Blazers keep up the defense.
Shot clock at 7. They open up the lane. Not a good play. The defense inside just went to sleep. Everybody had their back turned, worrying about where their man was. Dennis Johnson coming down the lane. Now you watch. There goes Sam Bowie. Everybody's got their back turned, and nobody gets to the guy with the basketball. Thompson picks up the second personal.
Kind of caught him as he came down the lane. So three-point opportunity for Dennis Johnson. K.C. Jones.
Now Now, Boston hasn't handled the quick hitting plays that Portland has used. The two-man game and the quick hitting plays have really burned Boston. Kiki on the drive.
All right. 114, 113. 36 for Vandeweghe. 22nd timeout called by the Celtics. You see the time remaining. In for Johnson it comes. The shot clock coming down to 10. Danny Ainge with the basketball. You see the game clock. Clyde Drexler with a super rebound. He's got room to run. Steve Coulter around for Bowie. Blazers want the good shot. Want an opportunity to penetrate perhaps. Dennis Johnson in Drexler's face. Michael Bowie.
They got to get the ball up in the air. It never got to the hoop. There's 5 seconds on the shot clock.
Coulter. Rebound Parrish. That's Danny Ainge with the basketball.
Play defense now. Go.
You see the time. Dennis Johnson.
Shot clock at 7. Parrish.
Rebound Vandeweghe.
Now you got to run. You got to attack them because they're a little slow getting back, and now they're going to set up. But you have a chance, and that's how they got back into a tie situation, was running at them right after a big miss.
Yeah, they got the old guys in there don't want to run. Walton Parrish. Vandeweghe. 115, 114. Blazers up by a point. Shot clock at 10, Celtics. Johnson keeps it alive. There's going to be a foul called on Drexler. A minute and a half to go.
Clyde again. A Bird, a good deflection by Clyde Drexler. So now Portland will try to execute the play that Jack Ramsey talked about.
Blazers can go up by 3. They need to make it work. There's Michael. Clyde. Pass for Kiki. Boston comes away with a loose ball. Ramsey wants a foul.
You got to stop the guy with the ball.
Dennis Johnson. They go up a point. 116, 115. You see the time left. Coulter. Gonna go to the line. Bill Walton. Another foul he didn't commit.
Well, he's out of here with all 6 that he didn't commit. But again, this is a good play because Coulter surprises the defense, and quickly he's on the interior now. That shot blocking ability is the last line of defense. Walton trying to get there, but he's not going to have a good enough angle to get to the ball. And Coulter with a gangly body just hangs and holds and puts it outside.
Kersey get up. The Tide. Here comes Jerome. Michael Thompson goes down in a nice hand. Everybody deserves a nice hand tonight. Blazers up a point.
Coulter has 15. 48 seconds left in the ball game. Portland on top by 1.
Now becomes the most important defensive time of the ball game. Robert Parrish against Bowie.
Well, they got it low to Parrish. That's where he likes to operate in those situations. So the Celtics go back on top, and Jack Ramsey wants to talk about it. The Celtics come out of the huddle with Ainge, Johnson, third kill, Parrish, and Larry Bird. Portland counters with Coulter, Vandeweghe, Bowie, Drexler, and Jerome Kersey.
Under a half minute now. You see the time. That's Coulter against Ainge. 10 on the shot clock. Kersey. Kiki looking for some open space. Vandeweghe drives, has to pull up, gets it for Jerome. Yes! Celtics have 17 seconds, a 1-point Blazer lead.
Celtics
and Boston will talk it over.
Out. Big pass by Kiki Vandeweghe. The defense forced him to give it up, and he found Jerome Kersey, who knocks it down under pressure. Now you watch Kiki, he's right there. He's thinking, get inside. All of a sudden commits himself to the shot and finds Jerome Kersey wide open and right off the window. A quick turnaround jumper.
Let's look at it from down low.
Well, we'll see it the way Kiki saw it. Jerome a little hesitant about what he wants to do with it. Finally finds Vandeweghe, who commits himself to a shot, and all of a sudden it isn't there. And a quick spinner.
And look at Sam battle for the rebound. A happy Larry Weinberg, the owner. He's got 17 seconds right now. The smile's on the face. Let's hope he can keep it there. But Bowie had an excellent position for the offensive rebound, too, had that shot not gone. If you're Boston now, put yourself in KC's huddle. Who do you attack?
Who do you attack? There's only 3 guys they got that can score to begin with. One guy's got 46. The other guy's got about 31. Dennis Johnson. You're going to put the ball in one of those 2 players' hands, and you've got Robert Parrish inside with 20. Now, you know that the defense is going to be very conscious of Larry Bird. A year ago in this situation, Bird beat the Trailblazers out of the corner with the deepest shot, and that's the kind of shot you want to make them take. You want to see them ball come out on the outside. Terry Porter smiling because he's going to get a chance to put his chest on somebody defensively. But you want to see that ball come up from the outside. You don't want to third Robert Parrish. You've got Wedman who can stick it, but who has not had a good game, and Danny Ainge, who's very shaky under pressure.
So Jack sends what he considers to be the best defensive group out there now, obviously, with Porter. Bird plays it for Parrish. Kersey, tight on Larry Bird away from the ball. Dennis Johnson, 10 seconds the clock. You watch it count down. Blazers up by a point.
Now, Bird can't beat you right there. You got to keep him under control. They don't.
And the Blazers have timeout with 3 seconds remaining as Bird goes to 47 points. Same bunch comes out. Well, the Celtics add David Thirdkill and Greg Kite.
Well, Kite is just going to be the guy that jumps up and down and tries to distract the passer. Portland's got Coulter, Kersey, Vandeweghe, Bowie, and Clyde Drexler.
3 seconds. You see it on the clock. Kersey, 2, 1. Doesn't go. Would have been good. It would have been good. The arm was in the air. Blazers want a foul on the drive. Jack Ramsey has gone out to challenge Billy Oates and wonders why he couldn't get the foul on that play.
Well, no, what he's thinking is that Oates was going to call a foul and didn't call it. Now watch him go right here to the hoop. Kersey's going hard. He's got a good lane. Goes up.
Awful lot of traffic. You've seen people put on the line for that before, but they aren't tonight. That's going to do it. A great basketball game it was.
They've been together enough as a team to really work their plays very well, so they play a lot more one-on-one. This can be good, it can be bad, it depends, but the thing is that what you have is a lot of streaks. You have good streaks, but when you have a bad streak, it's a very bad streak.
Sigma missing, Shelton not there, and Knapp rebound. John Johnson alone on the left side, and Bates quickly comes down with a jumper. Off, J.J. Stolen Bates. High, free ball, Dennis Johnson with Gus Williams ahead of him. Natter's back on defense, and DJ goes the length.
That was a great move by Dennis Johnson. What he did is he kept going to make the defensive man make a commitment. If he doesn't, just keep going.
10-6, Sonics over the Blazers. Bates on the penetration, through the foul, chance for a three-pointer. Billy made a fine move to his left.
It would be defensively because he's a good offensive player. He's strong and he's not afraid of anybody or anything. That's obvious by the way he plays. He's a big, strong guy too.
Out of Kentucky State, the same school that turned Elmore Smith, the 7-foot center, into the NBA a few years ago. It is 10-8. Sonics lead it by 2 on the strength of shooting by their guards. 6 by Gus and 4 by DJ, the defending world champions. Sickness short. Blazers can tie it on Kermit Washington's rebound. Remember in game 1, they were out-rebounded by 15. Knapp from the perimeter has tied it at 10.
You know, in other years with different teams, Jack Ramsey, I think he'd sit a guy down for 3 weeks if he took a shot like that.
Traveling We're going to have a timeout here in Portland. 6 minutes and 43 seconds to go. And the stage is set. To stay alive, the Trailblazers must win. If the Sonics win, they play Milwaukee Sunday in our CBS doubleheader game.
Hey, fellas, you gotta act right now. Click here and you're a winner. Click here and lose.
Spammer, huh?
Yeah.
This exclusive offer is just for you.
You know, we helped reduce the amount of spam our members reported by 75% last year.
Wow. Thanks for blocking them.
Yeah, well, they're not just annoying. They can cause computer viruses or even identity theft.
Well, hey, you two. You have been pre-selected to be an instant winner.
Oh, never mind.
Want a better internet? You belong at America Online.
Corey Reed makes me proud to be a Sonic.
I have Jake Lucero's poster hanging right over my bed.
Hey, look, Julia Porter signed my ball.
Malcolm Tatum, Delaware's number. The Junior NBA, Junior WNBA teaches basketball fundamentals and stresses the importance of teamwork and sportsmanship. To participate, call 866-JR-HOOPS or NBA.com.
J. Michael Reese? I named my dog after him.
This is going to give Rip a bunny, a flying jam.
Thanks for being our fans.
Thank you for always being there.
Thank you for the smiles.
Thanks, fans, for always motivating us.
I'm Maurice Stoudemire for the Power Slam.
Thank you for your devotion.
Thank you for all the great memories.
Thank you for loving this game.
In that 10-point Seattle win in Game 1, you can see the difference in rebounding, particularly offensive rebounds, 23-12 Sonics. Free throws, Sonics shot 45-20 in the fourth period. But, Bill, rebounding is critical here tonight. Do you see a difference as far as the Blazers are concerned?
Well, they're getting most of their rebounds from their forward. They're going to have to get their center rebounding too because Sigma is a good rebounder. He's banging around in there. Plus he's playing pretty good defense. But the thing is that their center is going to have to hit the boards. And the reason he's going to hit the boards, not so much that he gets the rebound, but he takes up some space in there. So that Seattle can't get a rebound and just throw it out so easy.
Paxson checks in for the Blazers. Jack Sikma was fouled by Ron Brewer in the backcourt, and Bates goes out to a nice round of applause here from the sellout crowd in Portland.
Now that was a psychological move by Jack Ramsey starting Billy Ray Bates, hoping that he would be so hopped up and get the rest of the guys hopped up and get off to a good start. It didn't work out quite as well, but they got right back into it. So that so far, the idea of starting him has worked.
So Jack Sikma, as you just saw on your screen, man who has never missed a game since coming to the Sonics, and he's been in 39 playoff games also in 2 years. And of course, he was the middleman, and some felt even the MVP in last year's championship victory over the Washington Bullets. The Bullets tonight eliminated by Philadelphia 2 in a row, and the Sonics go on, leading the Blazers by a game. Portland did not handle pressure well in Game 1, and Seattle went to it at least in a token sense that time. Brewer is way off with that shot, and JJ runs it down, and here's Shelton. Into the middle and Dennis. Paxson is back. Williams on the left. Knocked away by Paxson, but there is a foul. Dennis Johnson is assessed the personal.
You know, he got hit on the hand on the ball, but the hand is part of the ball. And so what he tried to do is recover, which a lot of good players do when they make a mistake or felt they made a mistake. They try to get the ball back, and a lot of times it results in a backcourt foul.
Sonics are ahead by 2 on the strength of Jack Sikma's free throws, and he's the only Sonic other than a guard to have a point now on the scoreboard. 12-11 Sonics by 1, and the Wizard brings it up with Billy Ray Bates watching alongside Bobby Gross, the veteran who started on Jack Ramsey's championship team here 3 years ago, and what to many Portland fans now seems like an eternity. John Johnson short, Kermit Washington muscles the rebound, and here's Paxson, the rookie from Dayton, number 4. Comes around, Kermit, into Tom Owens. Sikma's with him. John Johnson rebound, and Gus yanks it away from Ron Brewer. And the Wizard breaks away with 8 points in the first period.
What happens is Gus is so fast, players are scared to challenge him when he's coming on one-on-one. But he's the kind of player that if you don't challenge him, he'll wear you out.
It is so nice, Bill Russell, to have another guard like a Dennis Johnson who's so good defensively and rebounding. And you can do the things offensively that Gus can as Tom Owens powered inside and Shelton fouled it.
Well, the key to this club, the Seattle Supersonics, what makes it so good, is that their different skills complement each other. In other words, they don't all do the same things. They all do little different things, but it also, these things that they do complement the other guy's game.
The man who's been carrying the heaviest load in Oregon the last couple of years, the center who replaced Bill Walton. 14-13 Sonics. 5 minutes, first period. A game the Blazers must win or they are out of the NBA playoffs. Shelton is in low. The Sonics are quickly back, regrouping on defense. Blazers at the perimeter. Owens goes one-on-one Sigma. JJ gives him one shot. Williams breaking on that left wing. Paxson right with him. Inside, good defensive play by Kermit. Sigma's got it back, and here's Gus inside to JJ.
Ball never touched the floor. That's where he's supposed to do it.
Paxson gets inside. Gus dishes off to Owens, who comes down the baseline, and Shelton gives them one shot this time. JJ's got a man inside. He saw him out of the corner of his eye, sealed off. Here's Dennis. And those guards now total 14 points here in the first period. 18 total for the team. They go up by 5, and strong Jim Brewer will check in, and Billy Ray Bates will be back for Jack Ramsey. Shot clock inside of 10, and Nat, excellent shooter, not bashful, just a rookie. And as a matter of fact, he was the top scoring rookie behind Larry Bird of the Celtics and Bill Cartwright of the New York Knicks. JJ penetrates. Paxson with control. They can pull to within a point. Comes down the baseline. Good move on Sigma, and it was Matt on the other side.
I think they're getting ready to set up John Johnson.
Shelton comes out high. Sigma maneuvers, and Owens was on him that time, and there is a foul call. Now watch Paxson come down the baseline. It was really the key because it drew Sigma over, and Nat was in position on this side all alone, but that's because Paxson drew Sigma. I want to update the story on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the Los Angeles Lakers get ready to play either Phoenix or Kansas City Tuesday night in the Los Angeles Forum. You may have read that Kareem has been bothered by migraine headaches. In checking with the doctors today, he was examined by a neurologist in Los Angeles, and Kareem has decided to undergo acupuncture treatment that has helped him in the past. This year, it has not relieved the intense pain. Now, doctors with the Lakers do not want to use drugs because it might slow him up the weeks ahead, of course, with the intensity of the playoffs. How bad is it? Well, according to Kareem, I feel like the alien was inside my head trying to get out my eyes, and it has bothered him tremendously the last 10 days, but hopefully the acupuncture treatment will work, and Kareem will be back at full strength Tuesday night. In case you did not hear, Kansas City evened that series up with Phoenix. Game 3 Sunday, and the Suns are without Truck Robinson, lost because of a knee injury for Sunday's game at least. A big blow. Jim Brewer, 52, muscular young man Bill Russell spoke about at the top of the show is in. So too is Bobby Gross. 30 going down the middle, and there's Brewer.
Look what I found. Now, Portland is going to have to do to stay in this game is they're going to have to make the transition game better. Now, what do I mean by transition? From offense to defense, it's not enough that you turn around and run back. You must run back ready to play.
J.J. with that marvelous behind-the-back pass going into Dennis, and Paxson was over.
Now, this is what the Trailblazers are going to have to do also. Now, Brewer's moving around so that he's not easy to screen, and he found something there.
Williams is short, and Bates rebounds. So we have Gross, Washington, Brewer, Bates, and Gross for the runner is just a touch short. Loose ball out of bounds, Blazers.
Now, one thing I've noticed about the Trailblazers, although they're right in the middle of this game, one of the things I've noticed about them is that they have missed the open man about 8 times already tonight that could have been an easy basket. Because they're not used to playing with each other, they don't know where the guys are going to be and when they're going to be at the place they should be.
Bates turned it over on the travel. The Sonics will bring it up. They lead at 2019 with 1:46 to go, and Wally Walker checking in for the Sonics, with Jack Ramsey protesting that traveling call to Rooney. John Johnson will sit down. Wally Walker was impressive in game 1 off Lenny's bench. He scored 8 points, and he had 3 offensive rebounds. Williams penetrates. 10 points for the Wizard, who scored 35 in game 1, and who will be a free agent at the end of the season, but who told me before the game, all things being relatively equal, he wants to stay in Seattle. Shelton is off now to Gus. Loses it this time, and it's Paxson. Hits Bates in the middle. Brewer's on the right. Brewer with a pass across court to Paxson. Walker, defensive rebound, nobody's back, and Williams unselfishly goes to Dennis Johnson. He could have gone in for an easy layup, but that time both Sonic guards had broken free.
Well, that's the way it is on the good teams. The guys, says, hey, you take this one. Besides, if I give it to you, I don't have to run all the way down.
Those great teams that Bill Russell played on in Boston. The Celtics, the last team to repeat as world champions, something the Sonics are trying to do in this decade. Bates is off, and Brewer muscles an offensive rebound, and Gross is short signal. Goes to Williams. It's 24-19, the champions ahead. Steal. Brewer back to Bates, the man who got it free, and here comes Gross. Bill Williams is off to a marvelous start. 5 of 7, and he just lurks back when they're down on defense, and you would think that the Blazers would assign somebody. They just missed the alley-oop that time to Dennis at the end of the first period. And I want to tell you that Mr. Paxson's shot was on the money. About half a foot longer, and he'd have had it. So the end of the first period, and the NBA on CBS will continue after these messages from your local stations.
Would you like to lower your mortgage payments up to 45%?
I could reduce my monthly payments? Tell me how.
Introducing Smart Choice, the new home loan exclusively from Quicken Loans. Whether you're buying a new home or refinancing, Smart Choice is the answer. Here's an example. A traditional 30-year loan for $200,000 at 6.5% interest would be $1,260 a month. But with Smart Choice, that same loan would be an amazingly low $690 a month. That's a difference of almost $7,000 a year.
That's good news. So what are we waiting for?
Call toll-free now and see how you can lower your monthly mortgage payments. The new Smart Choice loan will lower your monthly payments up to 45%. It's great for refinancing or for purchasing that new home. Gives you monthly payment flexibility, so you can decide to pay just interest or make payments to principal whenever you want. Plus, with Smart Choice, you'll have extra money each month to remodel your home, pay off credit cards, or whatever you need. It's your choice with Smart Choice. Call this number right now while rates are still low and see how you can lower your monthly payments up to 45% and have more money on hand every month.
Reducing my monthly payments would be great.
It's easy to see how Smart Choice can lower your payments by thousands of dollars a year, no matter what your loan amount. Take a look. The difference can be up to $4,000, $6,000, even $16,000 a year. Smart Choice, the new home loan exclusively from Quicken Loans, can work for you, even if you just refinanced.
We got all our home loans from Quicken Loans. We'd never go anywhere else.
So if you're refinancing or if you're buying a new home, call this toll-free number now. Or go to QuickenLoans.com and lower your mortgage payments by up to 45%. But don't wait. Take advantage today before rates go up.
2 years ago, that Seattle team on the left-hand side of your screen lost a 7th game in the World Championship Series to Washington. Look at the lineup. Webster is gone. A year ago, over on the right-hand side, they win it. Shelton is in the lineup, and Sigma has switched to center. But take a look at the turnover here in Portland. 3 years ago when they win it, that team on the left, Lucas, Gross, Walton, Hollins, and Davis. And here tonight, Nat, Washington, Owens, Brewer, and Bates.
That's why it's so hard to repeat, Brent. If you have a good team, and people forget how many close games you win. And so the chemistry is very delicate. And 1 or 2 changes that you think maybe you kind of get a better player throws the balance off. That's one of the reasons it's so hard to repeat.
Rookie Bailey, out of Rutgers, has checked in for the Sonics. Take a look at some of the first quarter numbers. Now he will wear number 20.
And I noticed that he's the first substitute at the strong forward instead of Paul Silas, which is a sign of changing.
Sigma facing the basket, comes over Brewer. Right back to Jack, who will go to Walker. Walker hits his first field goal of the game. And it is 26-21.
Now, if this game is going to be broken open at all, it'll be broken open defensively and rebounding. Little things like that, they start to accumulate in that, like Zach Sigma getting that extra rebound, getting another shot like that. And if over a period of 7 or 8 minutes, that adds up, and that really breaks the game open.
So Bailey contributes a steal, and that set up this play for the Sonics. We go now to a pattern, and DJ from the perimeter. Big Brew with the rebound, off now to Calvin Nat. Gross is on his left. Nat has been hot outside. That one spun out, and there's a loose ball foul underneath as Bates had contact with Dennis Johnson.
Now the difference between that shot that Calvin Nat just took and some of the shots that Gus Williams takes is that is part of the Seattle offense. They play that way. When Calvin Nat comes down and takes that kind of shot, that is not the way Jack Ramsey's teams play. So consequently, what is good for Seattle is not good for Portland.
The Blazers with Brewer in control and trailing by 5. Bring it down. Ron Brewer. And here's Bobby Gross, who was fouled, coming up on Wally Walker, and because he was in the act of shooting, Gross will step up to the free throw line. Gross out of Long Beach actually had signed with Seattle University initially and then transferred after Bucky Buckwalter left that school. I was very sorry to see, Bill, in the paper that Seattle is going to give up major sports. It cannot afford the program up there. Is that correct? Did I read that right?
Yes. Well, they hadn't really been competitive in terms of getting fans for a few years. And so they figured it cost more than it was worth.
DJ, number 24. See, I remember the O'Brien twins, Elgin Baylor. Walker moves it over now to Dennis. Bailey being fronted by Nat was going to go in behind him and go backdoor. Spins away. DJ regains, fakes Gross and shoots, and he got the bounce.
You know, you wonder sometimes, how do these guys always come up with the lucky bounce? If you're working hard, you always get the lucky bounce.
Bates and Dennis with a rebound. Walker's ahead of him. Brewer on DJ. Sends it back now to Bailey, and here's downtown Freddie Brown. He also will become a free agent at the end of that season. Comes around, Walker misses outside. Tommy Lagarde off his hands. Freddie's got it on a runner inside. Good left-handed pass. Dennis was fouled as he came up.
Now here's Bailey trying to get position in there, and that's trying to confront him. And he got it, but he didn't get the shot off too well. Because when you're in front of a guy, you've got to get help from your teammates. Now, Dennis kept his eye on the ball here.
Though we've got a timeout.
This is Nature Troop 114 in Seattle, Washington. To raise money for their summer camp, Sam Walker sold plants and made $200. Joshua Levitt sold candy bars and made $150. And Joseph Lombardi sold bandages, inspired by Sue Bird's thrilling run to a championship. With a broken nose. I'm not sure how much money he made, but to Sue, it was worth $1 million. The WNBA. This is our game. It's Kids Week, July 15th through the 23rd. Go to WNBA.com for details.
The WNBA, its teams, and its players are promoting the benefits of good nutrition, regular exercise, and a positive attitude through a new grassroots program, Be Smart, Be Fit, Be Yourself. With the WNBA's help, young girls and women will learn that through the proper balance of good nutrition, regular exercise, and positive self-esteem, they can achieve anything they set their minds to. WNBA, Be Smart, Be Fit, Be Yourself, the foundation for a lifetime of good health.
Hello.
Hi there.
I hear AOL is helping protect me against identity theft.
Yeah, we give you spyware protection, which helps to automatically disable many programs from stealing personal information.
Well, I just wanted to say thanks, so I baked you my famous apple crumb cake.
Oh, thank you. But it wasn't just me. A lot of us work on that.
Wow.
I smell cake. Want a better internet? You belong at America Online.
Jack Ramsey said you can't let a team out-rebound you like we did, expect to win. And he is absolutely right there, I can tell you. They got out-rebounded the first game of this series by 15. Now, Portland came back within 4 points, but they were never really in that game. You've got to stay somewhere close on the board, because if teams get 2 or 3 shots, they don't have to play that well.
Speaking of teams that repeat, and back to those Boston Celtics, Bill Russell, of course. You also had Seth Sanders, Hondo Havlicek, Bailey Howell, Sam Jones, Don Nelson, and Emmett Bryant was on the last team to repeat as an NBA champion. Came out of DePaul, fine guard. T.R. Dunn, number 23, is checked into the backcourt for Portland. Calvin Nat now moves it over to Jim Brewer. Jim moves to Bobby Gross, and the Sonics close off that middle well, and Walker does a marvelous job on defense. Here's Freddie Brown now, looking for the open man. He'll settle for Bailey alongside of him. Bailey shot, and there's Walker digging back inside. Chance for the three-pointer, and Wally Walker's impressive here the last couple of games.
He got the long rebound there, and that's what happens when you don't screen out as well as you should. There are a lot of rebounds because the guys are going in to try to get the rebound. You should screen out at least 4 feet away from the basket, so that the long rebounds, you still can get them. Portland's find themselves under the basket too much, so all the long rebounds Seattle is getting.
And the defending champions have built a 10-point lead here. And if they win it, they'll play Milwaukee. Dunn is fouled, coming up on Freddie Brown. If they win, the Sonics with Jack Sikma and Gus Williams there on his left, and rookie Vinnie Johnson from Baylor, will open on Sunday in the Kingdome against the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, either way, if the Blazers win here tonight and force a Game 3 on Sunday, or if the Sonics open up against Milwaukee, that will be our doubleheader game here on CBS. We will also be covering Kansas City, Phoenix, and our first game should be a dandy. Philadelphia and Atlanta in the Spectrum in Philadelphia. They start a 7-game series. If you're wondering where's Hot Rod, he's getting ready to work that game with Gary Bender. What a war that's going to be, Bill. Atlanta and Philadelphia.
I tell you, whoever comes out of that ahead, they're going to know they win a series.
Won't they, though? Doobie Brown's tough Hawks. So Lagarde is fouled by Tom Owens as he tried to slip inside and come down the baseline. And that is 3 fouls on Owens. Brown comes out. Gets around Dunn. Little fade away. Loose underneath. Walker touched it and knocked it out of bounds. It'll go to the Blazers. So Lenny Wilkins in control and very, very calm here, Bill.
He told me before the game that the game up in Seattle, he was never any doubt in his mind about who's going to win that. they know they can beat this team, and they're not really too concerned about them, I don't think.
Alvin Knapp hit that turnaround. Speaking of Paul Silas, he'll be checking in, and when he does, he'll keep adding to that impressive total of playoff appearances. This will be number 150 for Paul Silas. As young Tommy Lagarde goes to work, and Kermit Washington keeps him sealed. 2 on the shot clock when he fired it off. Brewer sends it back to Nat. DJ takes Nat, who goes to the turnaround, is short. And here's Dennis. He'll send it back to Freddie. They move to the perimeter inside of 10 seconds on the shot clock. Nat watching Wally Walker. DJ. And Nat is left there to rebound. Done to the attack court for Jack Ramsey. And Ron Brewer skies. 6 for Brewer.
Seattle is off tempo now. They're not playing very well together. This combination has got to get their timing down. They don't have it down right now, and so they're giving Portland a chance to get back in the game. This is the ebb and flow of a game. When you make substitutes between fatigue and rhythm, things happen.
Dennis Johnson with a strong offensive rebound. The things you have to do in that situation to end it, Bill Russell.
Well, you need a guy like Dennis who can get you over those rough spots.
And Brewer has warmed to the occasion.
That's why that's what makes guys stars, is the fact that they're able to come through like this. That's your eye on the ball.
6:15 to go now, 35-31. I had mentioned the milestone for that man right there. Playoff game number 150 ties him with Don Nelson for 6th place in NBA history. Let's see, Paul could move ahead of Jerry West at 153, Sam Jones at 154, Wilt Chamberlain at 160, Bill Russell at 165, and John Havlicek at 172. Fred Brown wanted Walker underneath.
Portland is not playing a very physical game because there are things happening. The guys are going inside here. They're not afraid of getting hit. And that's one part of the game, the special way that Seattle plays, is that they lack a lot of contact.
Nat sends it over to T.R. Dunn. He got Brown in the air and worked the baseline for the hoop. 37-33, a 4-point Sonic lead. Brown drops it into Jack Sikma, facing up with that deadly shot of his.
You know, they've played each other, I think, 6 times in the regular season, and Owen still acts like that's a surprise every time he sees that shot.
Owen scoring at the other end with DJ watching. As Gus put it down, T.R. Dunn fouled it.
You know, you can get tired just watching Gus, the way he works to get his shots. But, you know, a lot of people think that all Gus does is run down and shoot the ball. He works very, very hard without the ball.
Now,
That's
one of the
man
reasons
that loves to shoot.
Why the Sonics, Bill, shot 45 free throws in that first game is the fact they got the Blazers into penalty trouble early, and they did it here again with 4:43 to go. Blazers over the limit, and the Sonics with only 2 team fouls and a couple to give.
Now, in changing lineups like Trailblazers have done even this year, where you get hurt is timing on defense. And this is why you get in foul trouble, because you cannot guard these players as good as they are one-on-one, one defensive man against one offensive man, because they're too good for that. So you have to have help. And so knowing not having help, these guys make a lot of fouls that they wouldn't have to foul if they were getting help.
And the man who is away here tonight for the Blazers is Ron Brewer. Looking real good on that jump shot. Sonics get it into the Wizard. And a rebound by Washington is off now to Brewer. And Brewer feels it. Comes inside. Short that time. Loose. Scooped up. Here's the Wizard coming back. T.R. Dunn is there. Gus hits Freddie.
Great pass by Gus Williams, I'm sorry. That's a Freudian slip.
Silas sealing up Owens, waiting for Kermit to come inside. Nat from the perimeter. Williams gets underneath, loose, out of bounds, and it goes over to the Blazers.
Now here's that great pass right there. Now the key was the fact that Fred Brown kept moving because he knew that Gus would get the ball to him some kind of way. And that's what makes fast breaks work, is that you got to know and have confidence in your teammates.
Wally Walker came out on Nat and fouled him. 3 team fouls now on the Sonics. And we're going to have a timeout with 3:15 to go in the second. 43-39, Sonics over the Blazers.
I want an organized home, but I always run into the same 2 problems. Too much stuff in our closets and nowhere else to store it. But I found the solution with the new improved Space Bag storage packs. Space bags create more closet space by letting you store things someplace else. They're airtight and waterproof, so your items stay protected, which means you can store them under the bed, in the basement, or in the garage, knowing they're safe. Just pack your items into the space bag, seal the patented watertight zipper, then take any vacuum with a hose and vacuum out the air. Look how my kids' bedding stays compressed and protected. And later when you need it, everything comes right back to life, as fresh and clean as the day you put it in. They're see-through, so storing and finding things has never been easier. And unlike plastic bags, Space Bag storage packs are made with nylon. They're guaranteed to lock out dirt, bugs, and moisture. Plus, you can use them over and over and over again for things like moving, dorm rooms, and seasonal items. There's a Space Bag for every need in your house, from your bulkiest bedding to smaller items that can be stored in drawers. Good Housekeeping calls Space Bags a smart solution for cramped closets. You can get Space Bag storage packs at retail stores nationwide, but you can only get this special offer through TV. We'll send you 1 extra large, 2 large, and 2 medium bags for just $19.95. Call now and we'll give you another extra large for the same low price. And we'll include the travel Space Bag free. Altogether, that's 7 bags, a $47 value. You still pay only $19.95. And we guarantee you'll be satisfied or your money back. Think small. Think safe. Think Space Bag.
Call 1-800-573-3564 for this special TV offer of 7 Space Bags for only $19.95. Call 1-800-573-3564. Call now.
So at halftime, we'll show you some highlights from the first game of the mini-series. In case you did not hear, Philadelphia eliminated Washington tonight, 112-104. We'll see Caldwell Jones turning in a great effort at halftime. San Antonio got even with Houston, 106-101. Likewise, Kansas City with Phoenix, 106-96. And highlights of the first game of all those series coming up at halftime. Nat coming up with a jump shot, a little short of everything. Loose ball foul underneath, says Jake O'Donnell.
This game will be won or lost under the boards. The big guys from Portland are going to have to get in there and mix it up.
And a big guy was mixing it up. First foul on Silas. Shelton returns, and Wally Walker goes out. Freddie Brown is out, and Dennis Johnson is in. So up front right now, a ton of muscle for Lenny Wilkins. Silas, Shelton, Sigma, Blazers go outside of the Matt has hit 4 out there, and he's got a total of 15 points right now as they pull to within 2.
The shot that he's taking and making, he's going to have to hit over 50%. If not, they'll be in so much trouble because that is not a good shot to get the transition from offense to defense.
Owens picking up his 4th foul. And one that hurts right now. Jim Brewer quickly replaces Owens, who leaves with the 4 fouls. And your mind immediately turns to the very end of the Portland bench. There's a man in civilian clothes, Michael Thompson, who has not played this season because of a broken leg, right there next to Twardzik. He could be the center of the Blazers' future, but he has absolutely no help tonight.
The situation with Jim Brewer coming in for Tom Owens does not necessarily hurt Portland, because he's a big, rough guy that doesn't mind mixing it up. And in order to play Seattle, you have to be able to mix it up. You have to be willing to mix it up, not just able, you have to be willing to mix it up.
Sigma missing his second. 2:20 to go here in the second period. And here's Ron Brewer. Short as he got inside and cleaned up by Jim Brewer, just as Bill Russell pointed out. Formerly with the Cleveland Cavaliers, drafted by Bill Fitch out of Minnesota, played high school at Proviso, a suburb of Chicago, and Jack Sikma responds as he has so often. Jack Sikma is playing with a swollen spot underneath the left eye. Took an elbow in game 1. Brewer double-teamed, open man's done, left alone. And quickly the Sonics come back. It's a 1-point game. Nat is there with Shelton. Lonnie's jumper's on the money.
Now see, Nat was right there closing off to stop the drive, but Lonnie Shelton has a bad knee. And if you're going to play him, you should go up on him and make him drive. Make him use that knee.
The subtle ways of a defensive genius. And it's Kermit, but he loses it back now to Dennis. Washington had popped out defensively. DJ pulls up on T.R. Dunn. Off to Salas, who goes to the Wizard. Not this time, and Dunn is off with the rebound. Brewer's ahead of him. Kermit's on the left. Dunn gets inside. Nat is there.
That was a great play, because Dennis Johnson was there to block it. And he made Dennis commit to the shot, and he made a great pass.
Reached over the top. A foul call which does not make 12,666 very happy at all, but Lenny will take it.
Theoretically, Portland will wait and play for the last shot. He still has 2 other chances. That's still 3 for 2. They're in a permanent situation. But with this particular Portland team, they may not wait down to the last shot. They may get it early, or they may not get off at all.
And they're in the penalty, and here is the third. So Nat with 17 points and 7 rebounds. Using it to the Sonics' advantage, it's a 3-point lead by the champions, who will go home Sunday afternoon regardless. It'll be either Game 3 Portland or Game 1 Milwaukee. And I imagine the Bucks right now are watching with a great deal of interest. Brewer runs it down, and DJ snaps it at the buzzer.
Did not get it off.
Showing you why he is Bill Russell's favorite guard. Dennis Johnson went right to the ball that time, and so at the end of the first half, Seattle leads Portland by 3, 50-47.
Hi, I'm Magic Johnson. Welcome to the fundamentals of basketball.
To be the best, you have to learn from the best. That's why basketball legend Magic Johnson has assembled the greatest team of all-star players and coaches to help players everywhere improve their skills and knowledge of the sport. The Magic Fundamentals comprehensive video is filled with everything you need to know to increase your points, rebounds, and understanding of the game of basketball. You won't find the Magic Fundamentals DVDs in stores. It's only available by calling the 800 number on your screen team or by visiting our website, www.magicfundamentals.com. It can cost thousands of dollars for basketball camps, but now for the first time ever, you can get your Magic Fundamentals DVDs for the low TV introductory price of $39.99. If you order right now, we'll include the Magic Fundamentals 16-page color booklet, including Magic's 7-day fundamentals workout at no additional cost. That's the 2 DVD set plus the booklet for the low price of $39.99. Call now.
The Nokia 6230. Anything less is a walkie-talkie.
Bill, I keep hearing, it's almost a cliche, the intensity of the playoffs, the way they dig in, it's a second season, different basketball. Is it really that different? Come on now.
It is totally different, Brent. You have to remember, in the game of basketball, this is where the professionals' image as a winner or loser is developed in the playoffs. Because here you have head-to-head confrontations where everything starts out equal. You get a chance to concentrate on the guys that you're playing against, and you either win or lose it. And this is where, as I said, guys build their reputations as winners or losers.
Now, the reputation, I know how much you cared about winning. Did the players today care that much?
Yes. Yes. What happens is the more guys on a team that care makes that a winning team. And the guys that are concerned about the individual statistics or salaries are the guys that a lot of guys will have reputations that are really unearned because they don't contribute to winning games. Because in order to win, you have to be willing to sacrifice and be out of position to do some of the things you'd like to do in order to win.
Now, in listening to you in the first half, I get the feeling that you feel Seattle can do the things you have to do to win, that you're going to be surprised if Portland pulls this out.
No, they're at home, and they have a chance of winning. But Seattle is a better team because they do more things, and they are really tough where it counts, and that's in the trenches or under the boards. You know, Brent, under the boards is not just a matter of being under there, but willing to bump heads. I know that, not that I'm a prime example, but in the 13 years that I played, I acquired 30 stitches in my face rebounding.
It was pretty good to me, big fella.
Hey, it was an improvement.
All right, halftime continues. We've got the champions ahead by 3, and we'll be back with the second half in just a moment. So we are back, and we hope you're enjoying the action tonight.